Rest in peace to all my ass.
Fuck! Gozyuger can't miss. I hate this show and I hate how perfect it is. But yeah, this episode was fucking amazing. From not only like dealing with the aftermath of last week's pretty much big fucking ginormous world-changing event that was last week's episode, but also introducing us the new Sixth Ranger. It was done like genuinely brilliantly and it just feels like a completely now different show with a completely different lead to the point of changing the intro. Not only the visuals, but also the fucking song. I'm going to talk about that bit later. But having pretty much most of the scene being pretty much recreations of the first episode was like genuinely cool, but having most scenes be replaced by small bits was genuinely funny. Like having not Taya being replaced by the Tegasword in the Let's Talk and Have a Hamburger was genuinely funny. Like I don't know why. And also that now makes not Taya as a character and as a plot point a fucking unsolved mystery. Because like, does he still have the ring? Like, can he still have the ring and continue to exist? Are we ever going to touch on him in the show? Probably not. While also having most, specifically the beginning scene of the episode, pretty much be Mashiro pretty much doing the same thing that Tono did, not only cooler because he got to pay everyone, but also like pretty much like politely say to the robber, say, hey, come on, just rethink about your life. But also like he got a lot more approval because he paid everyone, but also he was shown to be a giant asshole because Mashiro is a ginormous asshole that believes that if he saves you, you need to pay him. While also he was the original Gozyuger in the very first ring battle, aka like I think episode 0. So like that's actually like really cool. And yeah, he won the ring battle and he got his wish, which we don't really know what it is, but also we have no fucking clue how he gained the ring of a Goodburn and like the knuckle of him. Like it could be related to the Bear-kun, which follows him around a lot, and also it's his weapon, while also calling himself the Devil's Collector, which I don't believe is like the actual devil or another entity. I think he's literally saying that he's Masahiro's collector. Like, physically, like, he's the one that's giving the fucking invoices to the people that he saves, aka Tano. And I love that, like, he's just like, oh, it calls Tano a lot of the time, like, second gen. And he's very kind of like, oh, fuck you, I've been in that. Like, he says a lot, I've been in your place before. Like, that's such a dickish move. But like, he's such an interesting character, and having him somehow have the powers of a being that doesn't really like know that can hold his powers, because like it's kind of confusing in regards of how he got Goodburn's like powers yet. Which is interesting, to be honest. And him being a previous winner and also now being a part of the cast, yeah, it does give a lot of Gits vibe, but in my opinion it kind of works better because we actually got to, I don't know, see more of the characters and not just be focused on the guy that always wins. But it is interesting that, okay, we didn't got any full-on rules to the ring battle, which I think works a lot better than the DGP, because like here it's like, okay, we don't know anything, so winners can return. Maybe like there isn't like a compulsive like actual rule of winners can or cannot return, but it is interesting, to be honest. And but having him pretty much wanting to save the world because he believes that he's the only one that can works like amazingly to contrast Tono, which was a genuinely delight in this episode. But also like if I could come back to the original point, having him also like have that standpoint next to Tono, which is how much he's like feral and out there. He's still like a good person at heart. Are we going to get some of it? Oh, like Tono and Mashiro had the same outlook and something happened, which I'm going to talk about later. Like having his dream to surpass the Tegasol and become a god of his own is really cool, because like the way that he was speaking to Goodburn was genuinely interesting, because he was coming to him like, I'll be a god, I would guide you. So it's like, okay, what we don't know is, did he just taste a bit of power and he wanted all of it? Or there is something more with the Tegasol that we don't know of yet. Like, this is really interesting. And I like Tono pretty much like feeling off about everything that was going on from the beginning of the episode. That was like really cool. While also having Masahiro pretty much help him to gain his memories back by booping him on the forehead. Not only kind of give us this idea of like, okay, previous winners can probably do that. So it's not the rings. The rings just kind of give you the subconscious memories. It's like, oh, I I remember it, but I'm not sure if I actually do, to, oh, the actual winner, if he wants you to remember, he would boop you on the head and it's like, you remember, which was cool, which helps so well Masahiro's entire god complex. Oh, that was great. But I fucking love what this episode did with Tono. It really built up this really interesting kind of budding of the head kind of scenario between him and Masahiro. It just worked so well. I fucking loved it, and I did like that we got to at least remind us, have the show remind us that, okay, there is Kon still. Kon is still this other possibility in mind, because we still don't know what his true intention, because the only reason that Tono at least had those memories at his subconscious is because he still had the ring. The only reason his ring was on him because it didn't disappear. Almost like Kon is playing this weird 3D chess, and he maybe wants to help Kon, or he wants to at least in the end fight him. There is this unclear intention with him, which I do find to be extremely interesting, and I think adds to the complexity of this show to the point of being really fucking cool. Having the rest of the team kind of being weird oddballs that like are not themselves, but they're kind of are. All of them are kind of off, come on. But I kind of wish that maybe it would have stayed like that for at least one more episode. Come on, like I would have been fine with them kind of continue to be like the weird oddballs that they were in the beginning of the episode, to just we gained our memories back. Like, next episode should. They need to tell us how the fuck they gained their memories back. Because nobody booped their head. Who booped their head? While also having Masahiro pretty much give Goodburn his name, but also telling him that he's going to help him, being the complete opposite of what the Tegasol told Tono. Fucking work. Oh my god, I just genuinely loved it. Like, this interaction is going to be so interesting, because like Goodburn is clearly still like young, with like straight up like having the voice actor kind of using a slightly more childish voice, means like, okay, Masahiro is probably going to try to somehow manipulate him. In what way? Is it going to be for good? Is it going to be for bad? That's actually interesting. That's genuinely going to be interesting. But fuck, like this episode was fucking incredible. Like I just loved everything about this episode, from the interactions of this brand new character, like playing this entire episode, pretty much playing off the very first character, adding more lore, not only with Polar being the first Goju Wolf and the winner of the first ring battle, which gives us more context to not only the very first episode's flashback, but also episode 0, which is super fucking interesting. While also like the reason why the world didn't end it, because they didn't, like the bridesmaid didn't had enough like rings, so now they're not only after the Sentai rings, but also after like the rest of the Gozyuger's ring and the Goodburn ring and Goodburn himself. Like this is really interesting. Why, like also like having this new deity being pretty much controlled by a fucking crazy person that believes that he's going to be a god is like super interesting, to be honest. Like everything about this episode was fucking great, and it is interesting what the fuck is going to be like the blue ring's going to be about. Is it just going to be Goju Puller transforming to the Reds, or he's going to transform to the 6th rank, which would limit him slightly more than anything else. But fuck, like that armor on Abade Killer would probably look sick as fuck. How much like the red eyes would look kind of weird with the cyan highlights, to be honest. And let's talk about it. How much I've seen it on Twitter before I actually watched the show, having the opening be completely revamped to be Goju Puller like themed. Oh my god, that was amazing. And having the theme song being changed to Puller's theme worked so fucking well. Like, this changes an episode. This changes what the show is really about. I kind of wish Gates would have done that. That would have actually been really cool. Like, I don't care. Like, that could have been really fun. But no, let's not do that. And I really hope that after every ring battle winner, and when we're going to get a winner, we're going to get the same thing for every character. Please do that. Come on. Yeah, I don't give a shit. This episode gets an S+. So, what's your thought about episode number 16 of number 1 Sentai Gozyuger? Comment below, let me know. Please comment your theories about Goju Puller, and also complain how much I said his name incorrectly. I'm sorry. If you liked the video, please smash that like button. Also, if you haven't helped your subscribe button achieve its true goal of becoming a subscribed button, please do, and smash that subscribe button. Don't forget, you're the only one that can prevent forest fires. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.